What specific issues do you foresee being discussed at this meeting?
Well, this meeting, I think, has two purposes. One being that since the new Lai administration has come in, this is the first big meeting between the two ruling parties. And so this is kind of like a meet and greet of sorts to kind of set the stage for continued engagement with the new government. I don't think there will be any firm commitments, but there will be discussions about how Japan can support Taiwan in a certain military conflict that may happen. I think the Japanese side will specifically talk about the shelters and the fact that there's a lot of concern about how Japanese nationals and companies would be protected in a certain situation where there would be armed conflict.
Now, this is the fifth time this sort of meeting has been held. How has Japan over the past 5 or so years managed to continue these meetings while at the same time avoiding upsetting China?
Japan has continued to play this sort of balancing game. While Japan has increased its engagements with Taiwan, say with the 2+2 and also these cross party diet member meetings, delegations going to Taiwan, they've also continued to engage the Chinese side. In last month, actually, there was a flurry of visits from, all the way from the government level to Diet members and also the National Diet sending a delegation to meet the National People's Congress. So it's not been a complete shift from away from China to Taiwan.
Japan's in a period of political transition with Prime Minister Kishida announcing he won't seek re-election. How is the upcoming election in Japan likely to play into this?
I think at the moment, at least because the 2+2 talks are happening before the election or before Kishida steps down, there's not going to be any sort of big change in how talks would go. I mean, obviously, there's uh, I guess from the Taiwanese perspective, there could be concern that, a new prime minister may change directions. And so maybe these talks will not be as valuable compared to if Kishida were to stay on. But I think for the most part, all of these candidates who are potentially going to make a run, they may have very different viewpoints on how to approach foreign policy and, relations with Taiwan. But the core of the kind of party's approach to Taiwan and to China, I don't think those things will change regardless of who becomes prime minister.